Grinders and grinders, greetings and salutations. Listen, I go by the name of the Black Abstract. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and all that good stuff. So listen, Kumo D, I guess used to do these report cards. He did one in the 80s, I saw, and then I guess he did another one in the 90s when the rappers of that time were prominent. So I guess he graded them and did a report card off of them. And it was based off of vocabulary, articulation, creativity, originality, versatility, their voice, records, stage presence, sticking to themes, and innovating rhythms. And he got a lot of flack for this fucking list because it's a lot of artists on here. I think he gave some deserving grades, and then there's some artists on here that kind of got the short end of the stick. And in particular, I see on Twitter, one person was arguing down Lauryn Hill shouldn't have got an A+. I don't know who this gentleman is. I just happened to see it. But a lot of people were going in on him. And especially around this time when Lauryn Hill was just popping, when she was the prominent one of the Fugees. This had to be around the time the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill was on here. She was the shit. She was well deserving of that. I noticed Kumo D didn't have his name on this particular list. The one from the 80s he did. He was the first one. I think he gave himself like an A+. And he had L Cool J on that list as well. And he gave L Cool J an A, which is, respectable for the simple fact that they were beefing at the time. So let's do a rundown of who's on the list. First of all, we got Jay-Z, DMX, Master P, Big Pun, Snoop, Nas, Corrupt, and they spelled Corrupt wrong, Lauryn Hill, Redman, Keith Murray, Ice Cube, Too Short, Black Thought, Mos Def, Busta Rhymes, which is spelled Buster, Tretch, Method Man, Raekwon, Common, Raz, Cos, Biggie, Tupac, Mase, Puffy, Cannabis, Buckshot, Foxy, Lil' Kim, Mac 10, Sticky Fingers, and Mystical. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to start with the C's. First of all, he gave Too Short a C. I guess he said his vocabulary wasn't up to par and his creativity wasn't up to par. He also said his versatility wasn't up to par, which he gave a 6, 7, and a 6, respectfully, and innovating rhythms. And listen, you can't be mad at that with Too Short. Too Short has never been like a above average MC. Too Short is kind of just like he is what he is. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's just comfortable in his pocket. He don't try to strive to be the best rapper or lyricist. He doesn't strive to derive too much from his subject matter. He just stick to the script. And he catch a hit, but he's just gonna do him. So C+ I think is well deserving, especially at that time. Too Short was getting on guest appearances, but it wasn't because he was just a super rapper. It was just because he brought something different, and he brought a different audience from what rappers from that particular era didn't have. That Bayside flavor. So he got a 76, which is a C+. I still say that today. A C, Too Short. He's like a C+ type of rapper. Now let's go down to Mase, because Mase around this time was the shit. I don't know if this is when he dropped Double Up or around the time he dropped Harlem Road. If it's Double Up, I might could kind of see this. But then you go right down to Puffy, and Puffy got hired in Mase, which is ridiculous because Mase wrote a lot of lyrics for Puffy. But like I said, if this is Double Up and No Way Out, obviously No Way Out is the superior album. Let's see what we got, though. We got a 7 for vocabulary, 7 for articulation, a 9 for creativity, 8 for versatility, 8 for voice, 10 for records, because he did sell a hell of a lot of records. Stage presence was a 9 or 7. And he got an 8 and a 7. 7, 8, 7. So that's stage presence, sticking to the script, innovating rhythms. I don't know if I agree with that, man. I think Mase was original. And I think his vocabulary was, I think he was slightly above average, especially around that time. But like I said, I don't know if this is Harlem Road or Double Up Mase. Double Up Mase he fell off completely. So I don't know. I really can't judge that. But I would say Mase, if it was Harlem Road, Mase by far was an A artist. or Harlem World. By the time Double Up came around, he probably was a D. So it's hard to judge this basing off of this. You just getting this. Puffy. Puffy always been like a C to me. You know what I'm saying? He never been a great rapper, especially back then. He did not know how to rap the lyrics that were given to him. He just was. He had no energy with him. But I'm not mad at a B. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it's No Way Home, I'm not mad at that. But he got ghostwriter. But listen, he gave him a 7 for vocabulary, 8 for articulation. He didn't know how to pronounce his words, even though they came off corny as shit. 8 for creativity. How you creative if you're not making your own lyrics? But I guess, he producing a lot of these records, putting them together. And originality. Come on, dude. His whole style was based off of taking other people's samples and remaking them. What did he give him for voice? He gave him an 8 for voice. Come on, man. Puffy voice was trash. Records, a 10, obviously. He was selling the most. Mase got a 9 for that. I don't know. This list is bogus as fuck. Let's go to the next one. Who else got a C+? I think that's Master P. Damn. Master P was selling records too. Let's see what he gave him for records. He gave him a 9. No, let me see. Records. Master P gave him a 7. I don't know what records mean. If this mean how many records they were selling, Master P was selling fucking hell of a lot more records than anybody. So that's weird. I don't know why he would give him that. Stage presence. I never seen a Master P show before, but he gave him a 7. Sticking to themes, he gave him a 9. Master P was good at sticking to a particular theme. Innovating rhythms. Listen, they had their own style down there, so he gave him a 8. I guess that's respectable. But vocabulary, yeah, he didn't really have the craziest wordplay. Articulation, gave him a 7. Creativity, a 7. And originality, 10. Yeah, he was something different. But at the same time, he did take Pac style, kind of. This I don't know what Kumo D is on. Now let's look at Jay-Z. Let's go to Jay-Z. Top dog, top of the list. And then DMX right under, and he gives them a B+. Now DMX around this time, mind you, is the hottest rapper of all time. Him and Jay-Z at this Hard Knock Life, and I'm guessing if DMX was around with Big Pun and Cannabis, this had to be around 98, 99, 97, 98, 99, 2000. Vocabulary, come on. One thing I'm going to say about Jay-Z is his vocabulary has always been always been above average. So to see him with a 7, come on. This is the dude that created Reasonable Doubt. And Reasonable Doubt ain't my favorite Jay-Z album. It was based on the beats. I love every fucking lyric on Reasonable Doubt. I just didn't love a lot of the beats. They were just basic ass beats to me. But come on, his wordplay, come on. Articulation, 9. So how you give articulation 9 if you give a vocabulary 7? Creativity, 9. Originality, 8. Versatility, 7. I don't know what he means by that, but Jay-Z, when he came out with Volume 1, that was to showcase his versatility. Volume Reasonable Doubt was kind of just the drug theme and being a hustler and just the consciousness of being a hustler. So I don't agree with that. I think his versatility should have been at least an 8 or 9. His voice, 8. Never thought Jay-Z had the best voice, but it's always been decent. Records, he sold a hell of a lot of records. Stage presence was always lacking until a certain point, so I could kind of see that. Sticking to themes, 9. Yeah. Innovating rhythms, 9. You got a B for that. I don't know. I don't agree with the vocabulary thing. I can see the stage presence thing. All right, DMX vocabulary. Earlier X was definitely was a master lyricist. Like, he was a wordsmith, definitely. And Dark as Hell is Hot. Then he just kind of declined with the lyrics, but he always had great articulation. You always understood him. Creativity. First album, yeah. Second album, yeah. Then he didn't really have too much to talk about. I understand that, but we talking about 90X, Darkest. That was his year. Originality, yes. X is one of a kind. Versatility. I don't know. You could say, I don't know. X didn't really do too many records with like pop artists, so you can't really like you can't. I don't know if X could do a song with Justin Timberlake or a Pharrell type beat or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he can do them, but I don't know if they would come off as just being genuine or meshing well. So I don't know on that one. That's a good thing. That's a good point. Voice, obviously 10, one of a kind voice. Records should be 10. He was selling a hell of a lot of records. Stage presence definitely should be a 10. Sticking to themes, definitely. I'll say 10. Innovating rhythms, 10. Yeah, I don't know. I think he should have got at least an A. That's just me. I don't know. You guys could check this list out. I was going to go over the whole thing, but this is a lot. Let's go to some females real quick, though. We got Lil' Kim and Foxy. I want to see this one. So they both got B's. They all got 8s. Vocabulary, both got 8. Articulation, both got 9. Creativity, they both got 8s. Originality, 8s. Like they got 8s and 9s and 9s. Like they pretty much got the same score all across the board. Foxy, Kim scored 1 point higher than Foxy, and they both got B's. I guess when you compare, like, listen, they were dope. So I don't think this is a list. I don't think it's bad for their part at all. They didn't get no 7s. Like Jay-Z got a fucking 7 for God's sake. We all know his vocabulary is way better than Foxy's because he was writing their fucking lyrics. I don't know. I don't know. This is bogus. But I see what he had to do. Obviously, Lauryn Hill is the superior female MC on this list. So he wanted to rate her higher. But I think Lauryn Hill was superior than a lot of male MCs on this list as well. Cannabis got a B+. Holy fuck. He got a 7 for records because he didn't sell a lot of records. But everything else was 10. He got a 10 for vocabulary, which he should. Articulation. And I guess when you put it like that, because Cannabis wordplay compared to Jay-Z vocabulary is a little more complex. So maybe that's where he's getting at. Let's see what he gave Big Pun for vocabulary. Oh, my. He gave Big Pun an 8. Big Pun should have been a 10 all day. A 7 for articulation. Are you fucking serious? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man? He got an 8. Oh, this nigga's bugged out, bro. I don't even want to listen. I don't even want to read this shit no more. Then he gave Mystical an A. Mystical was always been that boy. But come on, man. He's sucking dick a little too much. Articulation. Like, come on. I love Mystical, man. I love Sticky Fingers. But over Pun, dude, come on, man. Pun was that boy. And he gave a Pun stage presence. If anything, that should have been the least of Puns because he was a big dude. He couldn't move around too much. Busta Rhymes got an A. Busta Rhymes was that nigga back then, so can't say too much about that. What he gave Mos Def a B+. What do you say Mos? Like, he gave Mos Def a 10. Mos Def was that boy, but come on. He shitting on Jay-Z, man. Nas on here, he gave Nas a 10 of vocabulary, which he should. He gave Nas a B. Gave him an 8 for articulation, creativity, originality. A 9 for versatility. Records, he gave him an 8. I don't know, man. What he getting? Ice Cube a B+. Black Thought B+. I don't know, man. I'm not about to read all this shit. Y'all can check this shit out if y'all want to. Yeah, you just, if you want to pause it and watch it. I don't know. This shit is bogus. I just wanted to touch on this, man. This was trending earlier, and it's always good to see what other rappers rate other rappers. Common got a B+. Roscos. Who listened to Roscos? What'd he get Biggie? Biggie got an A+, which he should. I would have smacked Kumo there. I would have found him. Pac got an A. But come on, like Pac didn't have the best vocabulary either. Like Pac wasn't a lyrical dude like that. This is just a biased ass list. I don't know. Buckshot as well got a B. Buckshot is corny as shit. I don't know. All right, post your comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Did you like it? Do you think Kool Moe Dee's on drugs? As always, peace, love, and prosperity. One.